Hello, welcome to Story Time with Nana. I've written a story for Christmas. It's about children and make believe. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Let's Be Elves. Let's begin. It was Christmas Eve morning, and Allison was the first to see the tree standing in the living room in front of the big window. Daddy must have brought it into the house last night after they had gone to bed, and Mommy must have put the lights on because the tiny lights sparkled like little diamonds. It was a beautiful tree. There were boxes of decorations at the foot of the tree, and Allison knew that they would soon be adding their favorite decorations to make the tree even more beautiful. Yesterday had been the annual farmer family outing to find the perfect Christmas tree. It had been an all-day event. Walking in the woods, Daddy pulling a big wooden wagon, looking for the perfect family tree. Occasionally, one or two of the children would get onto the wagon and Daddy would give them a little ride. Searching for the family tree was always a fun day for the children. The farmer family consisted of Mommy and Daddy and 5 children. Allison was the oldest at 9, Lena was 7, Nora 5, Danny 3, and baby James would be 2 in a couple of months. The children ran to and fro through the woods, laughing and giggling, looking for the right tree. The woods were part of their property, right next to their farm. It had been originally an old tree farm years and years ago. After an hour of searching and deliberating, they came across the one. It was as tall as Daddy, and the bottom was wide enough that the 5 children stood in a circle around the tree and held hands. "This is the one! This is the one!" the children cried out. And Mommy and Daddy agreed. And so while Daddy cut the tree down, Mommy fixed a picnic lunch with ham and cheese sandwiches on tiny little rolls with some homemade macaroni salad and apple tarts. The family sat on the blanket eating their lunch and talked about Christmas. Everyone was very excited about their Christmas tree. After lunch, the children helped Mommy clean up, making sure not to leave any trash behind before they started their long walk back to the house. Mommy stopped and planted a little sapling pine tree where Daddy had cut their tree down. "That's for another Christmas," she said. On the way back home, no one got to have a ride on the wagon. There was no room. And now, standing in the hall behind Allison were the rest of the farmer children. Everyone was up and awake. "Oh, look how pretty our tree is with the tiny lights," said Lena from behind. "I know, I can't wait to decorate it," said Allison. "Shiny," said baby James, standing next to Lena. "It's so big," answered Daniel. "I think it's beautiful," chimed in Nora. "All right, children, let's have some breakfast and get our chores done, and then we can tackle the tree," said Mommy, coming from the kitchen. "Mommy, we did all of our chores yesterday before going to pick out our tree, remember?" Lena said. "Well, let's have some breakfast, and I will get my chores done before we decorate. Someone has to milk the cow and feed the goats and sheep," Mommy told them. Once breakfast was done, the table cleared and dishes washed, Mommy started out the front door to begin her chores. "Watch over the babies, Allison, till I come back in, and then we'll decorate the tree," she said. "Hey, I have an idea," said Nora. "Mommy is so busy with all of her chores. Why don't we decorate the tree for her? We could be Santa's elves." "That's a great idea," Allison answered. "Mommy will be so happy. I will be the boss elf because I am the oldest." "Well, here you go, boss," said Lena, handing Allison a Santa hat. "You get to wear the Santa hat because you are the one in charge. Allison took the hat and placed it on her head and changed into the boss elf. Thank you, Lena. I'm going to put you in charge of making the poinsettia flowers for the tree because you are very artistic. Go find some red crafting paper, the boss elf commanded. Too little, said 2-year-old baby James walking around the tree. I'm too little. No, you're not, baby James. I am just the right job for you and for Danny, the boss said. You're going to be our builders. Go get your train conductor hats. What about me? Said Nora sadly. I don't have a special job. Oh, yes, you do, Nora. We need someone to actually decorate the tree, and that someone is you. Yay, this is going to be so much fun, Nora exclaimed. First things first, said the boss of the elves. I must find the tree skirt that Mommy made last year. You know, the one with the dancing Santas and poinsettia flowers. She searched several boxes before finding the homemade tree skirt, and the boss elf held up the tree skirt. Behold, the farmer family tree skirt! The artist and decorator and conductors clapped their hands with excitement. In the time it took the boss elf to find the tree skirt, the decorator had already made 8 poinsettia flowers, and the conductors were getting antsy, eager to get to work. The boss placed the skirt around the bottom of the tree and pulled out Daddy's old train set. Okay, my train conductors, I need you to set up that train set. Make sure the track goes all the way around the tree. And once that's done, you can add the train cars to the track and we'll see if it still runs, she said. Artist, how are the poinsettias coming along? She yelled over to the table. Pretty good, boss. I have about 15 made so far, Lena the artist replied. The artist held up one of the flowers made of red crafting paper and a green pipe cleaner for a stem. Good, good, good. They look perfect. Okay, I need my decorator to begin placing the beautiful flowers on the tree. Make sure you spread them out evenly so that we can add our other decorations to the tree later. The elves were working hard to get their tree decorated before Mommy finished her chores. The decorator added all of the flowers made by the artist, and the conductors made fast work of getting the train set up around the tree. They then finished decorating the tree together with all of their other decorations from years past, and when they took a step back to inspect their work, they all smiled. The boss plugged in the train and it choo-chooed around the track. The only thing missing was something for the top of the tree. When Mother did come in, she stopped in her tracks. Oh my goodness! What in the world have you children been up to? We're not children, Mommy. We're Santa's elves, Allison said. Well, 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 you've been very busy, little elves. Our tree is the most beautiful tree I've ever seen. Y'all go wash up and we'll make some cookies before Daddy gets home. You can be elves another day. Later that afternoon, Daddy came home, and boy, was he surprised to see the wonderful job the children, or elves, had done decorating the tree. Mommy told me we had some elves in the house this morning and they decorated our tree for us, he said. She also mentioned that we only needed one more thing. Yes, Daddy, the elves worked very hard, but we don't have anything for the top of the tree, Nora cried. Well, it just so happens I've been working on something in my wood shop, and I think it might just be what we need for the top of our tree. He took a painted wooden Santa out of a brown paper bag, placed him on the top of the tree, and plugged him in. The Santa had his right arm outstretched, holding a lantern, and in his other hand he held close to his chest was a tiny cardinal looking up into the Santa's face. On Santa's head there was a wreath of lights and even a tiny light in the lantern. Santa's red flowy robe billowed around him, as did his snowy white hair and his snowy white beard. He was perfect. That night after dinner, Mommy made hot chocolate and the family sat in the living room listening to Christmas carols, eating cookies, and watched the train go round and round the beautifully decorated tree. It wouldn't be long before the elves would be tucked away in bed, dreaming of Santa and the magic of Christmas. That's our Christmas story. I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining me.